For this video, we're going to use the folio charts for the Solent, which is the series 2200, and that's for Selsey Bill and the Isle of Wight to Christchurch. To get a general overview of this passage, we can use the chart, which is 2200.3, and we are going to start from Portsmouth, which is over here, and we're going to be moving in an easterly direction through Main Passage in the submerged barrier or submarine wall. That passage is around about 50 meters wide, so no worries on space there. And then we're going to track just south of Roe Wreck before we turn in a southeasterly direction towards the south cardinal called Winner. Now, we're not actually aiming for Winner to go south of it. We're aiming to go south of that 2-meter contour just there that's right by it, so that gives us plenty of water at a high enough tide. And then we can carry on in an easterly direction towards West Pole. Now, on this particular chart, it's quite zoomed out, so we'll switch charts to something that's a bit more zoomed in to get a bit more detail of Chichester itself. We'll use 2200.4 and we'll pick up from the previous chart, which was West Pole. So we're going to be heading in a northerly direction, handrailing along the westerly side of Chichester entrance. It is quite a large entrance, but as you can see, there's lots of shallow water, sort of 80% to the east of the channel itself, so we need to stay well on the west. So we go past Barbeacon and then East Stoke alongside the beach, and then you'll see the Hailing Island Clubhouse, which is quite a large building on the westerly side there, before we turn in a northeasterly direction along the Winner buoys there, so northwest Winner up to mid Winner, and then we take more of easterly heading over towards East Head Spit. Just south of us there will be quite a popular anchorage where lots of boats use to swim into West Wittering Beach away from the tourists. And then we come round to Snow Hill before we pick up that transit line there on 033 degrees. That brings us up to Chalk Dock and Fairway Buoy in the east. Then there's another slight deviation in the estuary there, and we'll pick up Itchenor Sailing Club on the south side before we go through a number of swing moorings. Really make sure you keep an eye on your navigation there, it's easy to get lost, until we eventually get to Birdham and Birdham Pool Marina. And then the final green buoy takes us on the final straight down to Chichester Marina. Total passage from Portsmouth entrance to Chichester Marina is around about 13 nautical miles.